Hey Year 12, one of the most common Module 6 questions you can get is asking you what mixture of solutions can make a buffer. So let's do one together.
First of all, a buffer is an equimolar mixture of an acid and its conjugate base. The definition of an acid that you use in Module 6 is that an acid is something that donates a proton. So the conjugate base is the product that gets made when the acid has donated its proton. So in this example right here, HA is your acid because it's donated a proton to the water molecule to form H3O+. The substance left over after HA does that is your conjugate base. So this one right here, A- is your conjugate base. A buffer is a solution that can resist changes in pH, which means the equilibrium has to be able to move left and right to maintain that pH at a certain level. A strong acid dissociates completely, which means when you're picking your buffer solution, the acid that gets used has to be a weak acid that dissociates partially and forms that equilibrium that we want. So in this example, we cross out C and D immediately because hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid are both strong acids. And we also cross out option B because even though acetic acid is weak, potassium citrate is not the conjugate base of acetic acid. So your answer for this one is A.
The technique for doing multiple choice questions is having a read of the question and making a list of criteria that you'll use to evaluate each of your 4 options. Anything that doesn't fit the criteria is not going to be your answer. So in that buffer example, your first criteria was that the acid had to be weak, and your second criteria was that it had to be a conjugate base, not just any base. If you're looking for more tips and tricks for your HSC exam coming up, message Curie Chemistry to trial our revision class.